What's up, guys? This is Justin from the Board Game Losers, and I am back. I know it has been a while. Things have been busy, but I am back with another playthrough, and this time we're going to jump back to our Arkham Horror series, and we are going to be playing the Pale Lantern, which is one of the expansion stories. Super excited about this. We got a few new things with this that we haven't had in the others, and so I'm excited to see how this works out. So, let's start with we'll start with our heroes. We've got three heroes. We've got Stella Clark, we've got Carson Sinclair, and we've got Ashcan Pete. Now, all three of these heroes are from the expansion itself. I tried to pick heroes that were from the expansion itself. So that's who we're going with. And also what I've decided to do, I am going to, which we know could happen based on previous playthroughs, with any one of these investigators die, I will pick another one, and I'll try to pick one from the expansion until either we complete the scenario or the scenario, we completely fail the scenario. So that's what we're going to do. So we've got two new places that we haven't seen before. We've got the Central Kingsport and Kingsport Harbor. These are new locations that are part of the expansion. And we also have some new tiles. So you can see, for example, here and here are the regular streets tiles that we've seen before that lock the locations together. But now we have some additional tiles that are new, like here, that are these side tiles, and we also have a special tile right here. So what are those tiles? Well, one of the new things that the expansion added is something called travel routes. So if you look at the travel routes, and you're going to see this in future ones, there's one additional travel route that we don't see here. But we've got country roads, which is where this little car is with the headlights, and then a train platform, like a train station. So what do those do? Well, those are actually going to allow us to move a bit more around the map. So what happens is when we're on this location, we can spend one of our movement and $1, and we can go to any location that matches that type. So if I wanted to go with this country road, for example, I can move on to here, spend $1, and then go over here. So that's how we're going to basically get between the two locations. There's a third one, which is not on this map, that is a ferry that will do the same thing in future scenarios. But that's how that works, which is super exciting. As far as setup goes, I've got all of that done. We've spawned all of our clues. So let's talk about our heroes right quick. So we've got Ashcan Pete. He starts out with Duke, and his ability, his talent is an 8. Once per round when he does the encounter, instead of doing the encounter in his space, I can choose an adjacent space and resolve the encounter as though I'm in that space. But I have to roll one fewer die during a test. So I kind of have a few more options if maybe I can't quite get to a location that I really want to do something, but it's going to cost me an extra die. Carson Sinclair is our next hero. His ability, once per round, while an investigator in any space is performing a test, you may expend one focus token to allow them to reroll one die. If you do, you recover 1 sanity. So, and that's once per round in any space. So not just the neighborhood, any space. So hopefully we can use him to do some testing, and if he can get some sanity recoup from that too. So I'm hoping that we can really leverage that. His abilities, he actually has 2 and 8 talents. After you perform a focus action, you may focus 1 additional skill for each clue in your neighborhood, called Anticipation. And then prepared for anything once per round. When an investigator in any space suffers any amount of damage or horror, you may discard 1 focus token to prevent that damage or horror. So really, and again, that's when an investigator in any space. So we need to make sure he's got focus tokens. It's only once per round, right? But we need to make sure that he's got focus tokens, and that could really be clutch if we've got somebody that's on the brink of death or that just takes a bunch of damage or horror for whatever reason. And lastly, we have Stella Clark. At the beginning of your first action phase of the game, you may move directly to any space, so she basically gets to start anywhere. As her ability, her delivery route, after you move 3 or more spaces during a single round, focus 1 skill of your choice. So her focus limit is only 2, but if she moves a little bit extra, she can focus some things. And everybody, I didn't mention this for the other guys, everybody's got pretty good skills. Ashkin just has 1 in influence, but everybody else has 2 or 3s. And we're pretty well rounded out in all of those. We've got decent strength, decent will, good observation. Influence is okay except for Ashcan and lore. So Stella Clark, her abilities, she has a delivery truck. It's an item. Each time I move out of a space, any unengaged investigators in that space may move with you. So she can ride us around in her delivery truck. And as an action, so that's basically innate. As an action, I can move up to 2 spaces, and I can perform a trade action before or after this move as an additional action. So she would get 3 actions, but she could use trade if she's using the truck to move. Her innate ability, Snow or Rain, once per turn. When I would fail a test, I may discard 1 will focus to add 1 success to your test result. And so that's not a reroll, that's just straight up success. So I'm hoping that she can leverage that, which means we'll need to make sure that at most of the time, one of the focus tokens she has is will. When we seeded the board, everybody starts at the river docks. There are a couple enemies out. The prowling abductor. It moves towards and engages the lowest influence. So currently that would be Ashcan Pete. And the sweeping scavenger, it does patrol. It does move and engages move toward most doom and engage the lowest strength. So that's kind of where we're at. We've got 3 clues out. And what else do we need? Oh, the display. So what we've got offering, offering wise, is first aid kit, occult scripture, ground pepper, pocket watch, and magnifying glass, and you can see that image here, so you can read those, pause that, and read those if you want to see what we got going on. The pocket watch is amazing, but it's $6, so it'll be a while before we get that. But the rest of them are good. Some stuff with observation. Being able to recover some health as an action, stuff like that. So, cool. All right. So, the Pale Lantern, like I said, that is the scenario that we're playing. So, the story so far, we're going to read the scenario, and then we're going to go over the codex cards. Pale Lantern, in the mist-shrouded town of Kingsport, the elite prosper within a new founded social group called the Lantern Club. In the alleys and gutters, people once reported missing reappear, bereft of their memories and mere shadows of their former selves. Like I said, we start in the docks, and as a reckoning effect, each investigator with doom in their space suffers 1 horror unless they discard a focus. So the only bad part about this one is we're having to get rid of focus that for some of these guys, because I picked them before separate from picking the scenario. So we're having to get rid of some of the focus that we need to be able to spend on these guys. So hopefully the reckoning effect, doesn't happen very often. The cards that we have, let me grab these. Of course, we have mostly new ones, but the one we start out with is the classic number 2, Anomalies. People walk with their heads down, shoulders hunched. With each new oddity, it becomes harder to pretend that nothing is wrong. The vanishings Strange lights, the sightings of inhuman creatures, they are not something that can be ignored, at least not for long. So whenever a space has 3 doom, or a neighborhood has a total of 5, we put an anomaly, and we have an anomaly deck called... Anomaly deck. The anomaly deck is called Visions of the Moon, is the name of the deck. We have that. If additional doom would be placed in a neighborhood with an anomaly, place the doom on the scenario sheet instead. And if there's an anomaly there, we have to resolve the encounter with that deck. And then once we completely remove all the doom out of the neighborhood, then that anomaly token goes away. So that's the first one. The next card that we have is called A Missing Client. My friends, tell me you can be trusted to handle unusual matters with discretion and a non-judgmental eye. Just making sure that this is recording. I just thought about that. I'm beginning to worry about my associates in the Lantern Club, the social club in Kingsport, MA. Please meet me near 381 River Street at 10 p.m. on Tuesday the 8th. I fear I'm in great danger. Dolores Gadling. As the clock strikes 12, the sinking in your stomach suggests that something dire has befallen your contact. If Dolores truly is in danger, you need to look into this Lantern Club and find her before it's too late. So, clues. When there are 2 or more clues on the scenario sheet, flip this card. When there are 4 or more doom on the scenario sheet, add card 84 to the codex and return this card to the archive. So, there you go. That's what we're going to be working for with that one. And then the next card is 87. Storm rages. A storm rages at the top of Kingsport Head, although little more than the howl of the wind reaches the streets of the town below. The curious little house at the top of the rocky cliff. Right, so that's the other thing that I forgot to mention. There is a space that's it's attached just like the crossroads and the train station, but it's called the Strange High House, and it actually has its own separate encounter deck as well. The curious little house at the top of the rocky cliffs is hidden behind dark clouds and flashes of unusual lightning. It is far removed from the threat that faces you, but legend says that the old man who lives in that house shields Kingport from ancient threats. Perhaps he needs someone to protect him this time. Place 3 doom on this card. After you pass a test as an encounter at the Strange High House, replace 1 doom token on this card with a clue token. It says after you pass a test as an encounter, replace 1 doom on this card with a clue token. Reckoning. Remove 1 doom from this card, then if there is no doom on this card, flip it. Interesting. I don't see anything about how that card gets flipped, so I'm curious. So we'll put our 3 tokens on there. And right. So one last thing before we get started. I know this is zoomed out a bit more, but I think it's going to be easier to kind of see everything, I think. And what I've done as far as to make it a little bit easier for you guys to see other pieces of the board is I actually have some additional views. So I've got kind of like a couple of side views here. And so we'll be using those views as far as like moving out here on the map. And I'm going to try also with this to take pictures of the cards that I pull, encounters and stuff like that, and try to overlay those into this video. That's my goal. We'll see if that actually happens. But that's what I'm going to try to do. And I've got my dice here to the side against the rail, so they're out of the way, accessible. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So I think we should just I think we're ready to get started. Yeah, I think we're ready to get started. So let's begin the Pale Lantern. So, we're going to start, I think, with Ashcan Pete. So, yeah, that's who we're going to start with. And I think we're going to move him up here. He's got... There is, of course, this enemy here. It's a little bit hard to see, but there is an enemy there. But I think that's going to be the best place to go with him. What's wrong? Let's see. So, yeah, we're going to do that. Alright, so what he's going to do is he's going to go with a move action 1, 2, and then we're going to go here for 3. That is going to cost him $1. So, unfortunately, that's what that's going to cost him to get there, but that's okay. And that is his action. What do we want to do next with him? I guess he's just gonna focus, maybe. Actually, you know what? No, that's not what he's gonna do. He's gonna gather resources because remember his scrounge ability. So he's gonna gain $2 back. So we'll put that over there, and then he's gonna gain. We're gonna do gather resources, which is $1, not $2. My bad. And then he's going to be able to get, because of his scrounge ability, after you perform a gather resource action, you may gain an item with a printed value of 2 or less for the display. I think he's going to take... He's going to take the first aid kit. That's what he's going to take. So, he's going to take the first aid kit. That's going to be added to his tableau. And that is his 2 actions. So he has completed. Alright, so next up is going to be, we're going to do Sinclair. He is going to move once to there. And then he's going to take a ward action. So let's roll up his dice. His ward, of course, is lore. Is a 2. It's not great, but that's what we're going to do. And let's see what happens. Alright, so two dice for his lore roll. Wow, 1 and a 3 is a fail. That sucks. I'm trying to get the doom away from there so we don't have to worry about that issue. Okay, well, that is Sinclair. Stella... She gets to start in any space. So I think I'm actually gonna move her. Oh, man. I think she's gonna start over here. Which I kind of hate to do that just because that kind of... It's not there. There we go. I kind of hate to do that because she's not going to be able to get the benefit of everybody over there with her delivery truck, but I don't know. I think it's at least a clue here. I tried to get rid of the doom there, and there's a clue there, so I think that's the best play. So that's what we're going to do. So she's going to start there. That's not an action. She is going to go ahead and might as well ward while she's here. So let's see what she does for warding. Oh, wow. 5 and a 6 and a 1. So, dang. That's good. So this doom will come off. And, yeah. So then she's got to do something else. Let's just have her focus, and she might as well focus because there is an enemy here. Let's just go ahead and have her focus strength just to be safe. That way we don't have maybe too many surprises. Cool. So just like that, that is the whole entire first turn. First round. So everybody's taking their two. Oh, forgot to flip her. Everybody's taking their 2 actions. So, my cheat sheet over here. The monster phase. So now the monsters are going to move. We have 2 monsters that are moving. The first one is a swooping scavenger. Patrol move towards the most doom. That's currently this space. And engage the lowest strength. So he's going to go here. And he's going to engage Ashcan. So let's put this over here with Ashcan. So he's there. Right. So we've got that. That takes care of that monster. Moves and engages. The second one is this prowling abductor. Spawn at the street nearest the prey. Move toward and engage the lowest influence. Ashcan is the lowest. I'm assuming that it doesn't move. I'm assuming that it doesn't use crossroads and all that sort of stuff. So the only person that it can get to is Stella. So 1, 2. So it's going to land there. And that takes care of the monster phase. Encounter phase. So, draw an encounter. Locations, Ashcan, Pete. Of course, cannot do that. So, that's unfortunate. So, we'll flip that over just so we know he's good to go, because he's got this monster. Oh, actually, no, wait, go back. Each engaged monster deals damage and horde to the investigator. I forgot to do that. So, this guy is going to do... Oh, man, that sucks. This swooping scavenger is going to do 1 horror and 1 sanity to Ashcan. After this monster attacks you, disengage other monsters, and both you and it move directly to the space with the most doom. Wow. So actually, what it does is it runs and it drops Ashcan back over here. But it says disengage. Right? After this monster attacks, you disengage other monsters. Oh, other monsters. And both you and it move directly to the space with most doom. So he's not, doesn't disengage from Ashcan, it just puts them in the same place. That's unfortunate. So, hey, you know, what happens, happens, I guess, right? Now, we'll do the encounters. Sinclair is going to be at the Merchant District. And he is at the Unvisited Isle. Alright, Unvisited Isle. Sure are a lot of folks around, given the name. Says a stranger from Innsmouth with the crooked smile. You stumbled upon the woman in a clearing, tamping down some dirt. Still, you do seem friendlier than most city folk. Can I offer you a gift if you'll pretend neither one of us was ever here? You may become tainted to gain 1 curio. Interesting. Of course, tainted is one of the statuses. So do we want to do that? Yeah, and I think we're definitely going to do that because we have a curio item in the display here. Oh, you know what? I didn't refill that. Encyclopedia. It's also a common curio tome. Choose an investigator in your space and an investigator rolls 2 additional dice during their next test this round. And this counts for you too, so ooh man, there's some good stuff. But I think he's gonna take the pocket watch. It's the most expensive, number 1, and it gives him additional action. So I mean, I think y'all would be crazy not to do that. Other than it does mean that it does mean that he's going to get that tainted condition, but hey, I think it's worth it for an extra round. It says tainted condition. After you draw a blank or spawn clue mythos token, place 1 doom in your space. So that's That's unfortunate, and I'm not sure there's a good way to get rid of that, but that's the decision I just made. Cool, and we're going to add the 45 automatic is what I drew for the replacement there. Awesome. Cool. All right, so that takes care of that. That goes to the bottom. He is taken care of, and now we have Stella at Central Kingsport. And now this is potentially a clue, and it is the clue. Alright, so the clue is for the Hall School. Students have told Dean Bryant that they're seeing things that are not there. Gain one clue from your neighborhood. Holy cow, we just straight up get it. That's amazing. Gain one clue from your neighborhood. The school has hired an unorthodox specialist to help. You meet with the expert, test influence. I'm not reading ahead, so that's a 2. Let's see what happens with a 2. 2 or 3. That's not good. If you pass, if you fail, you're accused of causing those hallucinations and are kicked out. Suffer 1 damage. Man, come on. Trying to help you people out. All right, cool. But hey, most importantly, we got a clue. Cool. And so we can work on putting that on scenario sheet next round, maybe with a research action. So that takes care of the encounter phase and mythos phase. So we have our mythos bag right here. And these all shuffled up. Let's start with Ashcan, I guess. First token is spawn a monster. We're going to spawn the Feasting Master. Oh, well, that doesn't sound bad at all. And it is going to spawn at the most doom, which is currently over here, which means I believe that it will engage. Well, each ready monster activates. I have to double check that. I think it immediately engages Sinclair. Now we have a decision to make because when it gets in there, it's going to engage either Ashcan or Sinclair. Now, unfortunately, man, that sucks. Unfortunately, it says move toward engage the most allies, the hunter. So neither one of them have ally. Oh wait, you know what? I take that back. Ashcan does. Dang. Oh, this is not good. Wow. He may have to just evade that monster. The Feasting Master, as you notice, has a 2+ by the health, which means he's a total of actually 5. Now, on the plus side, we're going to get some extra dice. But yeah, that's not good. That's just the first pull. Okay. Next pull for him, are you serious? It's another monster. Oh my god. Terrified Wanderer. Spawn at the street nearest the leader. Move toward and engage the lowest will. Well, the street nearest the leader's Ashcan, is going to spawn here. It's not going to move yet, but that's where it's going to spawn. Okay. Wow. This is not starting out good at all. So we'll go to Sinclair. Okay, clue token. We could use some good news there, and that is going to be Kingsport Harbor. So let's grab us a clue token here. Kingsport Harbor. So boom, right there. And I'll shuffle these in right quick. And next is Doom. And doom is going to happen at Kingsport Harbor at St. Erasmus Home. So let's grab a doom for St. Erasmus Home right here. Of course, there's 2 there. Awesome. Oh, this is not looking good for the home team, folks. All right, Mythos phase. Stella. Oh my God. She got a doom. Oh my Lord. And doom at the Congressional Hospital in Central Kingsport. Alright, so destroying the board. Central Hospital and Congressional Kingsport. Or Congressional Kingsport. Congressional Hospital and Central Kingsport. There we go. Right there. She gets 1 more. Oh my God. It's another doom. Are you kidding me? Oh, Central Kingsport, of course. This one is at the Hall School where she's at. So let's grab that and plop it right there. Okay. Fortunately, that's at least all the dooms. Set those over there. Everybody's flipped. We are good to go. So, I think she's gonna have to head. We're gonna start. Who are we gonna start with? Let's start with Stella. I think she's gonna have to head over here to try to get rid of this doom. That is gonna cause her to be engaged with Prowling Abductor. Unfortunately, she only has 2 combat, 2 strength. And that's quite sad. She's got good influence and observation, so she's good where she's at, but 2, 3. Actually, you know, I think she's actually she's actually gonna focus, because she can get over here next round. She's not gonna be able to do anything this round. So let's just go ahead and focus. She's got a focus limit of 2. Let's focus. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and work on research. That's what we need to do. Let's go ahead and focus on observation. So she's got a 4 in that. Right? And then because she's got a clue, she might as well go ahead and try to get that clue onto the scenario sheet. So yeah, let's do that. So that's going to be 4 dice for her. We really just need 1 success, and she only has 1 clue. And there's 2 successes, so awesome. So this clue goes onto the scenario sheet. Good move. And then she might as well... yeah, she might as well go ahead and ward Doom space where she's at. She's got 3 lore, 2 successes, so that does come off. Let's put these over here. Cool. That takes care of her. Next up is, let's just go ahead and do, gosh, Ashcan. Of course, remember, if they're in combat, you can only focus, attack, or evade. So he's going to definitely use 1 action to focus to get higher strength. And then he is going to attack this swooping scavenger. So he's got 4 combat, but remember he's got -1 for that, so he only has 3. Now, every time I bring these like monsters and stuff up, like after I have shown the picture before, I don't plan on putting them back on the screen. So 3 attacks. Let's see what happens. It sucks because he can't use his first aid kit. Okay. Wow. Well, there are no hits. 3. Wow. Okay. That was a focus and an attack. So that takes care of him. Okay. Well, so what are we going to need to do? Well, we're definitely... Remember Cassius? Yeah, he's got that skill. And I think I forgot to take an extra turn with him where he can focus. Yeah, he's definitely going to focus. And it can be any token. So let's go ahead and do combat for him. Oops. So that's one action. Then he's going to go ahead and try to ward for his second action. It's a 6, so he does get rid of one of these. Could have been more. And then, so that's a focus, that's a ward, and then he's going to move. Might as well. And he's going to move into here, which means he's immediately going to engage with the Terrified Wanderer. Now, the interesting thing about the Wanderer says, after this monster becomes engaged with you, which it just did, test influence -1. If you pass, defeat it. Interesting. His influence is 3. So let's see if... let's see. We'll put him right here. Technically, we'll see if we can get a success. Yes! There's a 5. So actually... This guy is defeated. That's awesome. It's interesting. I wonder... I'm going to assume that I can't continue my movement. Well... Yeah. Yeah. Alright. So that's his 3 actions. That's... pretty good. He actually didn't need that focus. But so the reason I just got to focus is I want to make sure I get that for Ashcan so that when this feasting master slaps him in the face, we can do something about that. I probably should have taken this feasting master on with Sinclair. Probably would have been smarter, actually, now that I think about it, but it's too late. Okay, cool. Right, and that quick, that's everybody again. So let's go to the monster phase. Pretty simple monster, well, no, monster phase. So they're gonna activate. Oh, this feasting master, I didn't read his other ability. After this monster deals damage to an investigator or ally, it recovers that much health. Ooh, man, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, the scavenger's going to go and do 1 and 1 to Ashcan. Then the feasting monster is going to go, feasting master, sorry, is going to go, but Carson is going to use his once per round. No, he's going to use his prepared for anything. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. He can only prevent damage or horror, so... Oh, no. I guess he's going to prevent the will horror this time. Just going to give Ashcan a total of 4. Ashcan is going to die. Oh, wait. He should have got an extra combat die against that swooping scavenger. That's a hit. I forgot about Duke. So it actually has 1 on it. That's all we did, right? Because he got it. Yeah, he couldn't have done it before that. Okay. All right, cool. Well, I mean, relatively. Yes. Man. Okay. That's everybody, right? That's the monsters anyway. Oh wait, I did it in the wrong order. Each monster, ready monster moves. Move toward engage lowest. So actually, this one is going to move and engage Bella. So this is the Prowling Abductor. Oh. Wow. This guy's no bueno. No bueno. So this is after this monster attacks, you become delayed. That's no good. And it's relentless. This monster cannot be exhausted. It can only be damaged by an investigator in its space. Now, fortunately for us, it only has a single health, so that's a small mercy, I suppose. And then each engaged monster deals damage, and horror did that. Any exhausted monsters ready? There are none there, so we're going with that. So now we go to the encounter phase. So, Ashcan does not get an encounter. Sinclair will get a street space encounter of the Lantern. Residential. Ryan Dean stands on a bed of an old truck, talking up the efficacy of his latest product to a crowd of locals. Test influence. And that is a 3 for Mr. Sinclair. It's a success. If you pass, you see through his con and he slips you a few bills to keep you quiet. You gain $2. Cool. He needs to buy stuff. That's what he needs to do. He needs to go to Independence Square so he can purchase some 45 and get moving, try to disengage some of these monsters. Okay, cool. So that takes care of that. Slip that back underneath here. Oops. And, yep, it's that time, folks. Mythos. Starting with Ashcan. What's got? Newspaper. Okay. Our headline. Headline card says the following. Strange gangs come to Arkham. Headline. Test strength and resolve the effect based on your result. Okay. His strength is currently 4. Oh, there's... alright, so we got a 2. Headline says 1 to 2, you become wanted and gain 1 common item. Oh, yeah. Guess what we're getting for common item? That's right. 45, baby. Now, I'm wanted, which sucks, but you know what? That's okay. I'll take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll take 8 dice for attacking. The wanted part kind of sucks, but hey, at this point, whatever. Gosh, these are gonna be in the way. And that's not cool. All right, cool, right there. Okay, so that actually, that's not a doom, so that's good. Right. That's the first one. It actually kind of worked out for him if he can use it. All right, next one is a clue, and we're spawning a clue in Uptown. It's got 2 of them in there. So there's that, and then I will shuffle this right quick. All right, that's been done. Takes care of him, so that was actually not too bad. Sinclair is a blank now. Here's what sucks. Remember what his condition was? After you draw a blank or spawn clue mythos token, place 1 doom in your space. So he actually has to add a doom there. Yeah. Now, remember though that we can't actually place doom in streets. It has to go to an adjacent space. So I think I'm going to put it, I don't want to put it here. I'm going to put it here because Sinclair's, let's see, 1, 2, he could get to here because he's got twice the chance to get that. So when he moves, and he's got the cash to do it. So yeah, we're gonna put it there just to kind of spread it out. That may be good or may not, because I don't want to put it here in the event that we manage to get one there to make an anomaly, because we have enough issues there currently. All right, his second token, it is another blank. Wow. Bullets. Okay. Well, I guess we'll put that doom there to spread the love. Yeah. I mean, that'd be a great pull. All right, headline for Stella. That's who we're up to next. That'd have been a great pull if he didn't have the tainted card. Whoopsie. Okay, so Stella gets cursed treasure brings money problems. Headline: test will and resolve the effect based on the result. All right, her will is a 3. That's great. I'm using the wrong dice. I'm using the blessed dice. I wish that was the case. All right, she gets, wow, nothing. Hey, guess what? She becomes cursed. Just what we always wanted. Cursed. Only 6s count as successes. If you become blessed, discard the card. Yeah, that is beyond unfortunate. Oh wait, that was just her first one. She's gonna draw another one. And it's blank, which doesn't do anything. Uh-oh. Well, we look in the bag and see. We know that the anomaly and the reckoning is coming. So, or not anomaly, the gate burst is coming. And the gate burst currently will happen in Keysport Harbor, which is going to cause an anomaly there, because it's going to get 1 everywhere, and that'll be 5. Yikes. Okay, well, that is the Mythos, or in honor of Cat Weasel, the Laugh and Chuckle phase. Everything is good to go. Go back here. Okay, so let's start the next round. Well, I think the first order in the next round clearly is going to be our boy Ashcan, who is going to attack the Feasting Master. So he's going to get 3 dice, +1 for his combat, +1 for Duke, and it's an attack action is what he's doing, so that's another 3 for his 45 automatic. So he's rolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's rolling 8 dice. The Feasting Master only has 5 damage, but yeah, and I don't think he has any other. Yeah. Oh, the wanted me to discard reputation talent. I didn't have any of those. So. All right, let's see what we get. Hopefully, lots of successes. So there's 3 successes and a number of misses. Yeah. So 3 successes. We'll put 3 damage on the Feasting Master. I keep saying monster. Oh, wait, I forgot. I always forget that. Silver Key. Okay. Forgot to refill the display here. So the Silver Key is once per round. Reroll any number of dice while resolving a lore test. Oh, wait. No, sorry. A lore or observation. Not too shabby. It is, of course, 6 money, though, so that's kind of a lot. Okay, that was his action. He could focus, or actually, yeah, he could try to disengage the swooping scavenger. That might be better, honestly. Because he could move out of its space. Yeah. So, yeah, let's. Oh wait, that's part of the attack action, though, isn't it? No, evade. Yeah. Yeah, so he is going to do that. He's going to go ahead and try to evade. And he's going to get only get 2 dice. Because these are, when the monster's on there, it's not cumulative. You just take the highest one. Roll. Okay, and he doesn't get anything. Awesome. So that takes care of him. Okay, Sinclair is going to move, and he is going to move 1, 2. Oh, you know what he could do? You know what he could do? He could actually focus combat, or strength. I keep saying combat, but I guess it's technically strength. Focus strength. And then, yeah, let's see if this will work. This may work. This may work. If he focuses strength, oh, he won't make it all the way over here though. That's just kind of the whole point. That sucks. Well, that's okay. Focus strength. He's going to move. And then he's going to choose to engage this swooping monster, right? And that's not an action. I can just choose to do that with the attack action, and that's what I'm going to do. So his attack is going to be 3 dice with the swooping monster. We need 2 successes. 1 success. Bummer. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? That's not true. He can't do that. Just realized. So, swooping monster. After this monster attacks, you disengage other monsters. So this feasting monster, master, is actually going to be here. And then Ashkin is getting moved to the doom with the most, space with the most doom, which is over here. But he's going to have to keep the swooping scavenger. Okay, I think we've got that corrected now. Oh man, that sucks. And he doesn't have. Yeah, he's got the gun. Yeah. Okay, well, right. That's unfortunate. So let's go back and let's rethink Sinclair's turn. So I think, well, he's gonna need to focus anyway. So let's have him focus will. The reason I'm doing that is because if I land in this space, this says for cash or will, you generally get an item or an asset, or a spell or an asset, or what's the key? Yes, item or asset. So we're going to go ahead and move him. So let's focus 1 action, move him with 2 actions, and ward with his 3rd action, which is only 2 dice, unfortunately. But it's better than nothing. And 2 1s. No bueno. All right. Cool. That is his 3 actions. Stella. Well, Stella has to attack the prowling abductor. Did we do that last turn? I think I skipped that, didn't I? I did. She's actually delayed, so that means she basically loses. Oh, that sucks. She loses an action. So the only action she'll take then is just to attack with 3 dice. That abductor that's there. She only needs 1 success. Actually, take that back. That's going to be 2 dice because he's got a -1. Oh, 2 and 3. It sucks. Okay, well, she's done. Good lord. Alright, that's the action phase. Monster phase. Each ready monster activates. We don't have any readied monsters. Each engaged monster deals damage. Let me just double check. Let me check something. Okay, that's what I was thinking. So actually, when he disengaged, it should go here. And there we go. So it's technically a readied monster. Alright, cool. So now we go. Each ready monster activates. It's going to move toward and engage the most allies. Again, I'm assuming because it can't get to... I don't know if it can use these or not. I'm assuming that it can't use those. He's going to go 1, 2. It's the only person he's got that he can get to anyway. Then anything that's engaged attacks. So we get Ashcan's going to get another sanity and another horror. So he's at 5 and 5, 5 and 3. And of course, after this monster attacks, you disengage other monsters. He has none. He goes to the most doom, which is where he's at already, so that doesn't change. Stella is going to get hit. She's going to get hit for 1 more health, and of course, she is going to become delayed. Put that there. She becomes delayed. And then each exhausted monster readies. We don't have any. Cool. Encounter. Once again, the only person that can do an encounter is Sinclair. So, yeah. He is in downtown. We're going to take the first card off the downtown deck, and it is not, unfortunately, a clue card. Alright, but he is in Independence Square. So, a poor Dunwich family has parked their truck by the square and are selling old furniture and knickknacks out of the back. Most of what they have for sale is worn and worthless, but a few objects look worthwhile. You may buy 1 common item from the display for half price, rounded up. A common item from the display, rounded up. We've got some good options. Alright, I think we're going to take for $2 the encyclopedia. That's $3, so that's 1.5, and it's rounded. What did it say? Rounded up, so that's $2. As an action, he can choose an investigator in your space, which would include him. That investigator rolls 2 additional dice during their next test. So just a way to kind of buff up some testing if he needs that. Wish it was a clue, but unfortunately it was not. Okay, so that's all the encounter phase because everybody else was being beat up. And now for the worst phase, the Mythos phase. So we know we only have two worst ones we could pick, right? It's hard to see, but that's the Reckoning and the Gate Burst. So let's see what we get. First, it's the Gate Burst. And that Gate Burst is going to happen in Kingsport Harbor. So what does that mean? So we add 1 to each location. 1, 2, 3, which immediately triggers an anomaly in Kingsport. Yay. Yep. And then we take these and the discard. We give them a shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And then we put them back here. This becomes there. And then, of course, we have the Reckonings. Now we're going to have to do a number of things. So let's just start with each character. We'll start with Ashcan. And I forgot to replace this. Oh. Got a good one. Actually, it's because I just took that. Okay. Never mind. I was so excited. I thought, hey. So Shotgun is what is added into the asset display there. Wow, it's a lot. Okay. So, I figured I got that. That would have been so good. What was I doing? Oh yeah, Reckonings. So we'll start with Ashcan. Ashcan's got a wanted Reckoning. We have to test influence. Okay, he has a 1. Whoops. That was a fail. That's great. When revealed, this monster engages you. This monster is not engaged with investigator. Discarded. Okay, well, awesome. He gets a vengeful pursuer monster attached to him. Nice. Cool. Not really. That takes care of his Reckoning. For Carson, his Reckoning just says flip this card. Your vision blurs. The murderous impulses and dark thoughts that plague you have become too much to bear. Uh-oh, this is not good. Too much to bear. You black out. When you wake, you know the blood on your clothes is not your own. Test will and resolve the effect based on your result. Well, fortunately, he's got a 4 will, 3 plus this. We only got 1 success. Choose any investigator in any space to suffer 1 damage and 1 horror. 1 damage and 1 horror. So, I mean, he'll just choose himself. That's what he's going to do. Wait. It says choose another. Oh, another investigator. Oh, that sucks. So I can't actually choose him. Well, I guess Stella's really our only option. So there you go, Stella. Congratulations on 3 damage. Then discard this card. So, I mean, you know, at least that card's gone, I guess. No Reckoning for Stella. Reckoning for A Storm Rages. We have to remove 1 Doom from this card. And then if there's no Doom, we flip it, but there's still 2 Doom left. And then the Reckoning effect from the PaleLantern. Each investigator with Doom in their space suffers 1 horror unless they discard Focus. So, I hate for him to discard that, but I think we're going to have to do that. So we're going to discard the combat token for Ashcan Pete, because he is in a space with Doom. Sinclair. He's going to discard his will. And Stella is going to discard her observation. So they don't take any horror. And that is all of the reckoning. Now, here's what sucks. There's no more to pull, so now we have to put everything that we've done, including the Gate Burst and the Reckoning, back in the bag. Which means it's possible to pull him again. Alright, we're going with Sinclair, and oh my god. Really? Reckoning again. Okay, we remove a Doom. There's still a Doom, so we're good. Okay there, but we have to get rid of Focus. Or they take horror in their space. We just literally did this. Yeah, so Stella's going to take a horror. Sinclair's going to take a horror. And Ashcan's going to take a horror. Wow, he is at 4 out of 5. Ashcan may not last long at all. That is absolutely gross. Alright, Sinclair. Do better, man. Second pull. It's a monster. I would not qualify that as better. Robed Figure. The classic. Classic. Spawn at the unstable space. Currently, the unstable space is with, oh my god, it's with Ashcan. So guess what? Yep, Ashcan gets another enemy. Holy, golly. Ashcan, it's been nice knowing you, buddy. Oh, that's horrible. Jeez. Okay. Okay. Well, away from Sinclair, go to Stella, who's going to draw Doom. Doom is going to come from oh, you can't make this stuff up. Guess what? Yeah, it goes to St. Erasmus' home, which just so happens to be where Ashcan is, which happens to have an anomaly, which means it goes on to the scenario sheet. Not good, not good. Well, actually, I guess there's, I mean, maybe at some point in time there'll be some field encounter when the neighborhood has 0 Doom, scar, when there's 4 or more Doom on the scenario sheet, yeah. Okay. Come on, Stella, do better. Alright, she got, and headline says, Stocks stutter as Banks mutter. Headline rumor. Add this card to the codex and discard all other rumor headlines. Discard the item in the display with the highest value. While this card is in the codex, reduce the size of the display by 1 card. Okay, well, the silver key's nice, but I don't want to get rid of the shotgun, so we're going to discard the silver key. This rumor card stays in play, so now we only have 4 items in the display. And this will go to the bottom of the items deck. Okay. And that takes care of the Mythos phase. Everybody is ready to go again. Okay. Wow, this is not shaping up very well. What do we want to do next? Alright, guys. And I think we're going to end this episode here. We've been going for a bit. Of course, we had set up and we've done several rounds. Yeah, it is looking rough for the home team. I'm not going to lie. I don't know that Ashcan's going to be able to make it another round. He only has 7. And he can get rid of one of those guys. Maybe he can disengage from one. Well, he'd have to kill the Pursuer. He could disengage maybe the Rogue Figure and the Swooping Scavenger. I don't know. But here's the thing. If he disengages them, they're just going to immediately come back to him. I mean, I guess they won't do any damage to him because they would be not readied. But yeah, I don't know. He's not going to be able to heal in between either. That's going to be a problem. But that's assuming, of course, that he can get to... no, he can only disengage one if he's lucky. So he's probably... Oh, he's got the good weapon, too. He's probably gone next round. Oh, that sucks. That's just a bad luck for them. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. Welcome to the Arkham Horror punishment series. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the next episode. Thank you guys for hanging out for this episode, and I will see you, ladies and gentlemen, in the next video. Bye, guys.